Good morning, friend. Yesterday we have discussed current electricity and the introductory part about this current electricity. Now, today we are going to discuss 3.3, which is current through conductors. Already you people are familiar with this one, but once again we will discuss in detail how the current flows through the conductor. When electric field is applied, then the charge experience force. We all know the charge is there. Suppose that this is one charge, positive or negative. Suppose negative is there. This is field. It's a positive plate. It's a negative plate. And then field is always from positive to negative. Charge will go to this one. And this charge experience force, that is equal to Q into E. Q is minus, therefore it is experiencing force minus E into E. E is known as charge on electron, which we all know, 1.6 into 10 raised to power minus 19 coulomb. Now, this charge, if it is free to move, then it will experience. We all know in material or in substance, there is atom where positive nuclei is there and electron is revolving around this one. So electron, negatively charged electron and positively charged nuclei, they are bound with each other. They are not free. Now, here again, there are many number of atoms there in 1 mole of gas. In 1 mole, if you see Avogadro's number, 6 into 10 raised to power 23 molecules. So number of molecules approximately they are 22. Number itself is very great. So in 1 mole, large number of atoms are present. Therefore, they are very closely spaced with each other. They are very close to each other, and therefore the electrons of individual atoms does not remain electrons of individual atoms. They are shared by neighboring atoms, and this one is because of very less spacing between atoms. But in few cases, these electrons, even though they are shared by different atoms, they are bound with one particular area. They cannot leave their places. Such things we call them as insulator. But there are materials like a metal in which the electrons are free to move inside the material itself, and such type of materials we call it as conductors. In general, metals are good conductors of electricity. Now, free electrons, when they move inside the material, they set current or current flow through the conductor. The charges in motion set current through the conductor. So basically, the nuclei, when this electron is leaving, then it becomes, that is a positive ion, it becomes positive ion. So there is a combination of positive ions and negative free charge inside the material. These ions are fixed to their places, but electrons can move from one place to another place, and this is the reason that the electrons are the carriers of electric current in metal, in solid in general, because ions, positive ions, do not leave their space. Now, in case of electrolyte, suppose that NaCl, when we add water in that one, it becomes solution, that is, in this one, Na plus Cl minus. Now, solution of this NaCl, here ionization takes place. Na, sodium positive ion, it becomes, chlorine negative ion, it becomes, and here ions are carrier of electricity but this is generally in case of electrolytes or liquid. Now, there are two ways how the electrons are different. Suppose, in general, we consider there is a cylindrical shape conductor. This is a cylindrical shape. Inside that there are free electrons and ions, but no electric field is applied. In such case, because of temperature, they are in random thermal motion. They are not stationary. They are constantly moving, but their movement is random. They move in all possible directions with all possible velocities, but average drift of electron is zero. Meaning is that electrons are moving, but electrons which are moving in forward direction are same as that of the electron moving in backward direction. Therefore, net charge do not move. Net charge don't shift from one place to another place. This is random thermal initiation. They are randomly moving, so they do not sit in one direction. Now consider again the cylindrical conductor of cylindrical shape. It is a conductor, so free electrons are available there. Now to this side, we are just attaching one plate of dielectric on which positive charges are placed. This is a dielectric plate. On this one again another dielectric plate on which negative charges are deposited. So these are two discs of dielectrics. One is positively charged, another one is negatively charged. Now electrons will start moving towards this positive plate. And then as it receives one electron, one positive charge will reduce on disk. As it receives another electron, another positive charge will be neutralized. And it goes on. Still the disk becomes chargeless. It is called as neutralization of charge. In the process of neutralizing this disk, electrons are shifting from here to here, and then current is going in the direction of field. Here current and field, both of them are in the same direction, but the flow of electrons are in opposite direction. Here is complete process of neutralization taking place in very short time, and therefore the current remains for a short time, microsecond. It does not remain for long time. But if you want continuous current, when we want steady current, if we want current for long time, such current is called as a steady current. For continuous current, one has to keep on supplying positive charges to this plate or negative charges to this plate. Constant supply of charges to the disc which are attached at the end of the cylindrical conductor keeps current flowing for long time or permanently. This is known as a steady current, and the sources of this one is normally battery or electrical cell. This is the way steady current can sit through the conductor. That's all. Thank you.